Hey guys, Glenn here. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to ship your items as cheaply as possible so you can save a boatload of money. And me personally, I happen to like money. I'm going to go over different packaging materials and ways of shipping so you can save thousands by not overspending in this area. In all the time that I've been in business shipping items, I've learned a thing or two about how to save money on shipping costs. I've had a bunch of subscribers ask me to explain how I save so much money on my shipping, so here you go. First, let's talk about packaging. One of the easiest ways to save money on shipping is to use lightweight and inexpensive packaging materials. Most of these materials can be found for free around your home, believe it or not, by using these things that you already have in your house. Or reusing shipping materials provided by another company, like things that you get from your Amazon orders. Make sure you save the bubble wrap and paper wrapping that you get in the things you order if they are clean and reusable. This not only will save you money, but the environment will thank you as well. If you don't currently have a stockpile of reusable shipping items, my favorite go-to is boxes in various sizes, bubble mailers, and 3/16" bubble wrap. Everyone's business is going to be a little different, and in the shipping area especially. From my shop that sells 3D printed items, to my friend George's shop that sells handmade tables. You'll have to find the best materials to use that fits your current situation. But bubble wrap should work for most shops out there. It works for mine perfectly. If you want to stay a little bit more environmentally friendly, try using materials like tissue paper or paper shreds to protect your items. These materials are lightweight and can be recycled, which is good for the environment. However, I find that it takes more time to wrap my items in paper wrap, and paper shreddings can be quite messy, even to the point that a customer might complain about the mess when they open it up. On top of that, in my experience, it's been a much more expensive option. Using reused magazines and newspapers is also an option as well. However, I recommend staying away from these because not only does it give your shop an unprofessional look to your packaging, the dyes and inks can rub off on your product, ruining what you were trying to protect in the first place. Next, let's consider using flat rate shipping options. The USPS offers flat rate shipping options for both domestic and international orders. These options allow you to ship your packaging for a fixed price regardless of its weight or destination, as well as it provides you with a box free of charge. Flat rate shipping can be a great option if you're selling heavier items or if you have a lot of international orders. For me, I never use these options, as most of my products are small and lightweight, and USPS is usually the cheaper option using USPS first class mail. The way I do it is I buy boxes and bubble mailers in various different sizes so that I never have empty space to fill in a box. I wouldn't want to use up shipping supplies for no reason, or add weight, increasing my costs. These are the bubble mailers and boxes that I currently use for my business, and I put links down below where you can find them at the cheapest price. Alright, so these are the 3 bubble mailers that I currently use. If I add a product that doesn't fit in one of these perfectly, I will add another bubble mailer. But right now, these 3 are working perfectly. Believe it or not, I have a lot of prints that do fit in this, and it's very cheap. Extremely cheap. The label fits right on there as long as you got a label printer like I do. I recommend label printer, the Offnover that's in the video. Just look for that if you need a label printer that'll print on this 4-inch little bubble mailer. It prints and goes on there perfectly. So first I decide, is it bubble mailer worthy? So can I send it in one of these and have it confidently not break? Unless they purposely break it, which they sometimes, it seems like they do. But if it's a pretty rigid item, like if you're confident it's not going to break, you can put it in here and kick it and punch it and it'll be like fine because it's a very rigid, fully solid plastic or whatever it is. Start with this because it's going to be your cheapest option. It's going to save you a lot of money just in buying this bubble mailer. And then it's a lot more lightweight than a box. So first we say, will it make it to its destination without breaking confidently? Then we say, okay, it is. Then we go into which size bubble mailer. Even if you have a couple products that you're confident it's not going to break, you can wrap it in bubble wrap and then put it like 1, 2, 3 in here. I do it all the time. It saves me, $2 or $3 in shipping costs, and it's totally worth it to have at least these 3 bubble mailers. Now let's move on to the boxes. Okay, so first I have the 5x5 box. Now, I don't have a 4x4 because the 5x5s, it's easier just to have one size. I do have a lot of things that would fit in like a 4x4 box. However, it would be harder to put a label on, harder for everyone to carry, and it's easier for me to just grab this. And this is probably my most used box out of everything, besides the bubble mailers. Now, next step up, if it doesn't fit in here, or there's two that would have fit in here, but there's two products, the next step up is the 8x6x5. Now this is probably the second most used because my items are very small, and they fit very well in here. Like a 6 to 8 inch tall item is going to go in here. Next, I believe this is a 10. I know it's a 10 inch by 7 by 6, I think. And if it doesn't fit in here, it goes in here. Next, if I have a lot of items or a really big item, which is rare to have a big item, but I'll have orders for like a couple $100 or something, and there'll be like 20 little things I gotta fit in here. So this is the 10 by 10 by 7. And then I have a little bit bigger of a version because some things fit, some of my prints actually, if I have one of them, fit exactly in here, and that's why I got these specific ones, because it just saves me so much time and so much wrapping that I don't have to keep on wrapping. So if I skip this one and go to this one, which is a 12 by 10 by 8, I'm going to have a lot more wrapping material, and you got to think every sheet is going to cost you about 6 to 8 cents, depending if you get it like in my links below. They're very cheap, but it can cost you 15 or 20 cents possibly per sheet of bubble wrap if you're buying it at Staples. I mean, at Staples I can only imagine the price. So when I used to buy from Staples, it is out of control, their pricing, or Office Max or wherever. It's very expensive. But if you buy them from Amazon, the boxes and the bubble mailers and the bubble wrap is so cheap that it really saves you a lot of money, as long as you have it on hand to ship out in the first place. Now lastly is this guy right here. He is huge. This is 200 feet of 3/16 bubble wrap. I buy it in bulk. I usually have like 6 to 8 of these on hand because I'll go through one in a week. Believe it or not, hundreds of feet. So each time I package something in like the 5x5, I use 2 sheets. So that's 2 feet out of the 200, for instance. And you want to put that cost into your product. That, all right, that's 12 cents if you're buying it at 6 cents a square foot. Which, I know, it's just 6 cents, but when you're doing thousands of dollars worth of product a day, it's gonna add up. So get yourself this big old thing. If your shop takes off, it's gonna be worth it. Also, a little side note here, I bought this mail cart off of Amazon as well. It was super cheap. Now it goes right here next to my desk, so I have the desk here and weighing, and I can show my shipping process. It's advanced since the last video. Just comment down below if you're interested in that. But you know, I got my garbage can here to throw anything in that I need to throw out, and then I have my mail cart, which I can move anywhere around the room. It's got 3 different levels on it. And I could just put the packages right in here. I take the package, I put all the packages in this bag so I can bring it upstairs, because I have to go all the way upstairs to the front door to put it in my box. And let me show you where I bring it from here. Alright, so this box is where I put all my outgoing mail. A lot of times it's stacked up to the ceiling above it, but you know, I need to get a bigger one, but right now it works for me. All I do is call USPS and they come pick it up. Now on Etsy or Pirate Ship, for instance, there's a button to request a pickup. So I never even have to leave my house. I order my stuff right from Amazon, I build it here, and sometimes I won't leave the house for a week, which is not healthy. However, I get stuff done. Now, if your shop's going to take off, it makes sense to order these boxes and bubble mailers in bulk. So you're ready to ship fast, and the lighter weight you can make the box or bubble mailer, the cheaper it's going to be. This can really add up, and it saves me thousands a year. Now, when packaging your items, if you can convert some of your items from your boxes to bubble mailers, as long as it doesn't sacrifice the possibility of the item being damaged, this can save you multiple dollars per package. My bubble mailers run anywhere from 15 to 30 cents each, which is way cheaper than boxes, which is more like 50 to $1.20 depending on the size. A huge important factor to consider when shipping USPS first class is to stay under 1 pound. If you do that, you ship through Etsy or Pirate Ship, and you'll be paying around $4 versus if you go over the pound, it will instantly double, if not more. It's also a good idea to compare shipping rates with different carriers. It's always worth checking rates from other carriers like UPS and FedEx to see if they're offering a better deal. Don't forget to factor in additional services like insurance and tracking when comparing rates. However, my items, since they are so lightweight, I've really only ever needed USPS. Generally, you want to look into UPS or FedEx if your items are more on the heavy side. Keep in mind something important. It's essential to factor in the cost of shipping when setting your product prices. If you're not including the cost of shipping in your product prices, you're likely underpricing your products and losing money. Be sure to do the math and determine the true cost of your products, including cost of materials, labor, and shipping. Just be sure to factor in the cost of shipping when setting your product prices to ensure that you're turning a profit. I see a lot of my competitors selling things for almost the shipping cost, and it makes no sense. There are several ways to save money on shipping: using lightweight and inexpensive packaging materials, taking advantage of a flat rate shipping option, comparing rates from different carriers, and reusing materials you already have on hand, which I do that all the time. Every time I get an Amazon box, which I buy all my filament from Amazon, for instance, if they send those little bubbles or bubble mailers, or even sometimes there's some paper in there, I save that and I use it for packaging because dollars add up. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. Watch this video next. Have a great day.